Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll share Uto or breadfruit curry recipe. So in terms of ingredients, I've got 1 onion that I've thinly diced and 2 sprigs of curry leaf. Now, if you want, you can also slice your onions. I've then got some coriander, which I'll be using at the end. In terms of my spice dabba, I'll be using some turmeric, some masala. I'll use some sarso, some jeera, and some methi. Now, if you don't have jeera, methi, sarso, you can take that out as well. That's optional. I'll obviously be using some oil, some salt. I've got some tamarind pulp here. Now, if you don't have access to tamarind pulp, you can use lemon juice as well. Or if you don't have both and you have some tomatoes, you can add that as well. Or if you don't have anything, you can eliminate that as well. I'm then using frozen uto or frozen breadfruit. Now, you can use fresh or canned for the same recipe, and it'll come across really nicely. And then I've got some garlic and chili that I've just crushed. So let's head into the kitchen and I'll show you how that all comes together. So in a pan, we'll add in some oil. To that, once it's heated up, we'll add in our sarso, and then we'll add in our jeera. We'll then add in our onion and garlic, give that a stir, and let that saute through. So just making sure that it becomes translucent. Now, once it's become translucent, to that I'll add in my garlic and chili and give that a stir and just make sure that that becomes fragrant. Now, to that I'll add in my uto, my breadfruit, and then I'll add in my turmeric, I'll add in my masala, and then I'll add in my salt. I'll give that all a nice mix. Now you can add a lot of oil to this if you want to. I don't actually have a lot of oil and I've really drained out my frozen breadfruit, so there's not a lot of moisture. But what I will still do is I'll cover it up and just let that all fry off for about 2 to 3 minutes. Now, once that's fried off for a bit, I've tried to then add in some water. So I've just used water from my mortar and pestle and I've just added that in there. Now, obviously, what I'll do is I'll be adding in more water. So I've got my more water just heating up. So we'll just let, the reason I've added this amount of water for now is so that all the masalas can cook off really well, just because I didn't add that much oil to it. Now, once that's cooked off nicely, once the masala is cooked off nicely, I'll add in my hot water, and the amount of water depends on how you want your, how much gravy you want. Now, with breadfruit or uto, you'll notice once you've cooked it off, it does become a bit gooey. So the more water you add, the better it will be. So we'll give that a stir and just cover it up and let it cook. And we'll throughout the way, we'll just come and stir it and just check on it just to make sure that it's all cooked off. And that's how I normally check. Just kind of take it to a side and try and stab into it. There you go. So for this, it needed a bit more time to cook. And you'll know it's cooked because at the moment, you'll see that my gravy is really loose. Once it's cooked off, you'll see that it'll become a bit more gooey. Now, once it's almost cooked, like I'd say about 3/4 way cooked, I'll add in my tamarind pulp and cook that off for a bit. There we go. Now you can see that's almost done because gravy is becoming a bit more thick. And so we'll give that a nice stir. Once that's all done, we'll cover it up, cook it off, and then we'll cook it off for about 5 minutes after adding in the tamarind pulp. We'll then add in our coriander and we'll then serve that up. There we go. That's looking really good. And the frozen uto that I was using, it didn't really, you couldn't taste any difference between that and the fresh uto. That's all done. Now, if you like what I'm posting, if you like my channel, feel free to share, like, and subscribe. And do let me know what else you want me to post. Take care, guys. Bye.